everyone, it's Laura Milligan from I'd Rather Be Stampin', and today I want to share with you a Thanksgiving card. To make this card I used the Day of Thanks stamp set. It is in our holiday catalog and it's a great set. I love the words, the fonts, and of course he's pretty cute too, Tom Turkey. So let me show you what you need to create this card. You're going to need a white card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then the designer series paper is 4 1/4 by 5.5. This will fill my entire card front. Then I had a little piece of Whisper White, 3 3/4 by 5.5, and I ran this through, I don't know if you can see it, the Subtles embossing folder. I used some scallop lace ribbon and the pretty peacock, or I'm sorry, scallop stitched lace, and then the pretty peacock ribbon, little strip for my greeting, and then 2 circles. This was cut from the Layering Circles dies, and this was cut from the Stitch Shape dies. Okay, let's make this card. I'm gonna use my bone folder to crease my fold, and then I'm gonna add the layer of designer paper. Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday, and I'm really looking forward to it this year. I think we're gonna have a house full, probably 20 to 25 people. So that's always fun, the more the merrier. Okay, so there's that piece. Next panel is the one that is embossed with the Subtles embossing folder, and I'm going to add that with dimensionals. Put one in each corner. And that should do it. Okay, and I'll pull these off. I'm going to center this. I'm going to start at the bottom, and I'm just sort of eyeballing this to get an equal amount of designer series paper showing on each side, and that looks pretty good. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is add some splatter to that piece, and to do that I'm going to use my Pretty Peacock ink and my aqua painter. So I'm just going to pick up some color and then just tap it with my finger to get that spattered look. Okay, we'll set that aside just for a second. And I am going to bring in my next layer, which is the Stitch Shape circle. And I have a piece of linen thread. I'm going to just kind of wrap this around my fingers a couple times, and then I just sort of work with it a little bit and kind of position it the way I think I'm going to like it. That looks pretty good. Okay, and I'll put a little bit of snail across that shape. Okay. All right, that looks pretty good. And I like that some of this hangs over the edge, the little tail here. I kind of like that look. Okay, so to reinforce this a little bit better, I'm going to add some dimensionals. And that will just help hold it in place. Okay. And I'm going to leave the backing on this for a minute. I'm going to flip this over and attach this with some snail. That's going to go right about there. That looks pretty good. Okay. Next I'm going to add my lace and my ribbon. And so just a little bit of this is going to show. It's kind of a fun, delicate touch, but I really like that look. So I'm going to just attach that there. And then this piece, I just took my paper snips and cut this. I just wanted a little narrow piece, and I love this sweet little scallop. I think that's so pretty. So we'll add a little more adhesive and stick that right under there. Actually, I probably should have done this one first. So let me just pick that up and reposition that. Here we go. Okay, that looks pretty good. Then I'm gonna add the next layer, which is my turkey. So I'm gonna grab my Early Espresso ink, my circle. I'm gonna ink up Mr. Turkey and stamp him right on that circle. He looks pretty good. I love how he stamps. Okay, and then he's gonna be positioned about right there. So I'm just gonna put a dimensional on the side here. It's probably all I'm gonna need, because these two, he's gonna sit right on top of those. We'll get those off of there. Okay, and I'll position him. Okay, then all I have to do to finish up is add my greeting. I'm gonna trim this a little bit here. Okay, stamp my greeting, which says, "From our family to yours on this day of thanks." And this is gonna be with Pretty Peacock. So I'll ink that up and stamp that right on there. Okay. I just angled the end a little bit. And then I'll attach this with snail and position that right above the lace and the ribbon. Okay, and then to finish this, I have, this is a packet of the 2019-2021 in color faceted dots, and I'm just gonna grab this little Pretty Peacock and just put it right there, just as a little touch of embellishment. So there's my card. I'd love to hear what you do on Thanksgiving. Do you have any traditions? Are you going to Grandma's house? Do you host in your own home? Do you have favorite recipes? I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you do, so please leave me a comment, and thanks so much. And as always, I hope you have time to be creative today.